clouds like my mind be. That's why we correlate. Astounding. I got some off to keep you haters off from round me. Soon as he heard the shots, he coughed and he dropped and he found me. Gun in hand, so you know I continue the pounding. Nothing to the ground, ain't knowing revenge is so damn sweet. But it is, wanna know what I do if you play with me? But there it is, representing from Tampa to St. Pete. Show is wasn't for the Bay, don't know how real I be. Just keeping it real, only the best rise through adversity. I shed the tears, lost peers, the devil rolled my back. Karma is a bitch, cause that's how dead skeletons act. Carry metal in fact, with no money, would make you jack. Living off scraps, I lick my scrapes every time I scrap. Yo, 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 yo. What it do, what it do? Matter of fact, this will work first. Hey, I got my sister in the building, so y'all already know. It's the Calico and Yahsinni show.
Peace and love.
We got the sister Yahsinni in the building, as always. You know, my favorite hostess.
Gratitude.
Yep. And you know, it's still Trio Deals, but well before that, it was the Calico and the Yahsinni show.
That's right.
You know, and it's always gonna be some of that. You feel me? So y'all still getting some divine energy. You feel me? It's just not the Trinity, but it's still a miraculous force. You feel me? And a power to behold. So as you know, we're gonna get it in.
Let's do it.
As a matter of fact, let me put the title up here because I know y'all ain't never seen it before. Y'all ain't never seen or heard probably about the RA-EL-iens. Yeah. Like wasn't that something like new to you, sis? I feel like it was new to me too. It was new to me too, so I had to, I had to bring it.
It was new, and once I lashed in on it, I see it was old, those familiar people again. You know? Yeah, so it don't stop.
Yeah.
And so we have to continue.
Yeah. As they already know, we're gonna take them places they never been. That's our job.
What's up?
And I ain't gonna wait for y'all to get in here. Matter of fact, I can still share this video. I can definitely still share. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna let my sister give y'all the introduction. Yeah. Into the RA-EL-iens. You go ahead. So can you read that, sis?
Yes. Yeah, let me get my glasses. And there's icons in the way on some of it. Yeah, if you can just move our pics down so I can see all the words. So RA-EL-iens. This UFO cult claims to be cloning people under the directive of the Elohim, the extraterrestrial creators of humans on Earth. Okay? So in July 2001, the RA-EL-ien movement made headlines around the world when one of its members, Bridget Boisselier, a 44-year-old scientist who doctorates from universities in Dijon and Houston, announced that Clonaid, her team of 4 doctors and a technician, would soon produce the first human clone, defying opposition from President George W. Bush, Congress, Secretary of Health Tommy Thompson, and the FDA. Boisselier refused to disclose the location of Clonaid's 2 laboratories. Okay, other than the states that one was in the United States and the other abroad. Clone Aid, established by RA-EL in 1997, is funded in part by $500,000 from an anonymous couple who want a child cloned from the DNA of their deceased 10-month-old son. So RA-EL, which that apostrophe is taking place of the E, so that is Ra-El, states that such cloning will demonstrate the methods employed by the Elohim in their creation of the human species. Yeah. So conspiracies and secret societies. So who is Rael? Claude Vor- Vorlhan, a French sports journalist in their creation of the human species. Am I? I'm not only echoing, I'm delayed like a mofo.
Hold on, that's me.
So conspiracies and secret.
1 second, 1 second. Let me shut the sound down. Okay, go ahead, sis.
So Claude Vorlhan, a French sports journalist and former race car driver, claims to have been contacted by an extraterrestrial being while climbing the Puy de Lascelles volcanic crater near Clermont-Ferrand, France, and on December 13, 1973. So Vorlhan was astonished when he saw a metallic looking object in the shape of a flattened bell about 30 feet in di- about 30 feet in diameter. He saw that descend from the sky. Okay. So a door opened in the side of the craft, and what appeared to be a human like being about 4 feet in height emerged in a peaceful manner. So Vorlhan soon learned that the being was a member of the Elohim referred to in the creation story of in Genesis. Yeah, the gods who made humans in their own image, they did this according to Verhan by utilizing deoxyribonucleic acid. Yeah, that's your DNA. Hmm. By utilizing it, hmm. Maybe manipulating it. Brother, is this another pack? So Vorlon was told that the Elohim had sent great prophets such as Moses, Ezekiel, Buddha, and Muhammad to guide humankind. Jesus, the fruit of a union between Elohim and Mary, a daughter of man, was given the mission of making the Elohim's messages of guidance known throughout the world in anticipation of the age of the apocalypse, which in the original Greek meant age of revelation, not, let's go, bro. In the age of revelation, not, oh, look at them. Is that the red aliens? Hmm. Not the end of the world, okay? I wanted you to see it. So, in the epoch which people of Earth entered in 1945, humankind will at least be able to understand scientifically that which the Elohim accomplished eons ago in the Genesis story. So Vorlhan said that the Elohim renamed him Ra-El, which means the man who brings light. Shortly after his encounter with the extraterrestrial, he created the RA-EL-ien movement which soon acquired over 1,000 members in France. So today, according to figures produced by the RA-EL-iens, their membership includes 55,000 individuals in 85 different countries. Wow, how they find them? Yeah, he looked like he'll believe it. He looked like he'll believe it. She looks like she'll believe it. Rael maintains that he established the Raelian movement according to instructions given to him by Elohim. Its aims are to inform humankind of the reality of the Elohim without convincing, to establish an embassy where the Elohim will be welcome, and to help prepare a human society adapted to the future. So, in the years since his first contact experience, he has written a number of books which can be obtained directly from the right-aliens or right-aliens, and the titles include "The Message Given by, the Message Given by Extraterrestrials" and "Let's Welcome Our Fathers from Space."
Yeah.
Yeah, let's welcome. Let's welcome our fathers from space. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what this era produces in the near future. You know, this pandemic and all that's been going on. Then we got these cats seeing seeing extraterrestrials, and not just extraterrestrials, but gods, Elohim, come to them and tell them whatever they need to push forward with 55,000 members spread all about these countries. And all I can say is, here we go again. Here we go again. And I'm really, really tempted to get me a following.
Hey, we deserve it. We deserve it.
To get me no, let me get the following who will totally submit
I mean,
every.
does that symbol look familiar?
Oh my goodness, what is it? Six-pointed star with a vortex. It doesn't look familiar to me. It looks like all of their symbolisms. Aliens are fallen ones, demons. Yeah, and
Hey,
Calico,
but
Calico, did you tell them
he
what a
need.
demon is?
I mean, he don't care. Like me and him, I'm glad the brother here though, because he was in my comment section, giving me that work, but not really. I was giving him that work. It's all good though. Now he was definitely giving me work, giving me that work. He made me
Okay.
type, but I appreciate that because that really helps out. The algorithms and stuff like that. It's called interaction. You know what I mean? So I definitely appreciate the brother and his difference of opinion and being brave enough to speak on it. You feel me? Because a lot of people are gonna differ, but they ain't gonna say nothing. You know what I
Right. And
mean?
as far as aliens are the fallen ones, like I'm hearing so many tales about who the fallen ones are.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, those are giants. You feel me? The fallen ones. The fallen ones would
Okay.
be giants.
Okay.
Yeah, and it don't it don't mean they're not great
He
though.
preferred the fallen ones to demons, though. He got
Yeah,
slash demons.
yeah, you know.
The
So
fallen
that's
ones,
like a Christianized way to look at it.
all
That's a
demons,
Christianized way.
all demons aren't fallen ones, and
No,
all fallen ones aren't demons.
yeah, yeah, most definitely.
And did you
You
just
know,
call him a Christian?
I said that's a Christianized way to look at it. When people like throw the word demon around, that means they don't know decalico. You feel me?
That's what I said. Like, can you explain to him what a demon is?
Because we know it's a daemon, and a
Right.
daemon
There you
is
go.
it means a genius. It means a supernatural person. All of those things is truly what it means to be a demon.
Okay.
So it's a
So,
genius, and
so
people love to say, "Oh yeah, like an evil genius." You know, like that's the only way that we can
right.
interpret the word genius. No, but even the Bible, like I'm sure he would think any depiction of a character with horns on their head. I'm sure he would think that those are demons.
Well,
A
then
devil.
that makes Moses a demon
Exactly.
because he definitely got horns in all of his depictions.
Yeah, yeah. It's called the Quran.
Yeah,
Quran,
even if you
and
don't
that was
know to look for the horns, they're still there.
they say his head shone, like in English they'll say shone, but the word was Quran, which means Qaran, Quran in Hebrew, which meant horns. So when he
Really?
came down, yeah, when he came down, his head so-called shone, but really his head Quran, and the Quran meaning with horns, the horns were careening at you, like, so yeah. And that's just the hippocampus region of your brain. That forehead region where
Hmm.
horns grow is called the hippocampus region. The hippocampus region is associated with telepathy. You feel me?
Right.
So
Okay.
so even when animals communicate, they're using that region
Hmm.
of their brains. You know.
Right. Yeah, they don't have to
So
talk.
isn't so horns are an extension of the brain. It's not just horns, so to speak.
Hmm.
What's
Hmm.
going on, God?
Okay. I've never
Oh yeah.
looked at it like I've never known it that way before, Calico.
Yep.
That horns is an extension of the brain.
Yeah, and I might have to show this brother something else when he say look up the software language to code in computer. Yeah, there's a Bible code too, and the Bible code is pretty much like the computer code is number zeros and
Ones.
twos and ones. I think they have twos, but I
Oh,
know for
really?
sure they have ones or whatever. And this Bible code is like answering or is relating a lot of things to each other. You know what I mean?
Okay. And when I hear Bible code, I think that like if you count every 15 letters, they form a word. And then when you get done forming these words, they form sentences. And the sentences reveals something. That's what I'm thinking when I hear Bible code. I'm
Yeah,
not thinking
yeah, yeah. These other guys invented their own form of Bible code, and it was like, hold on, I think we own the something because, you know, like,
Mhm.
different chapters of the Bible, especially Revelations, as they ran into certain talks of war and stuff. Certain names came up with the cipher that they created, and names like Hitler, you know, and it
Yeah,
was like, oh
exactly.
shit, we own the something,
You
you
said
know.
it right. The ciphers they created.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
But
Because
if there's something
numbers can
divine
be
about the
manipulated like words or letters.
oh, most definitely. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But it's just like when people study astrology and stuff or gematria. You feel
Yeah,
me?
that's exactly what
Ain't
it is.
nobody gonna, like they're gonna people gonna definitely go along with that. And sometimes it might be wise to, you know.
Well, if it explains things and things add up, I don't reject it. I will
Hmm.
go and dig further into
Hmm.
how this is happening. But gematria is something to look into as a science to me. So, but Bible codes, yeah, I remember when they were finding out, and it had something to do with Nostradamus, Nostradamus or Da Vinci, I should say, the Da Vinci Code. And all of these codes are all written by man. This computer code that we have right now that we use every day that allows us to do a trillion things is written by man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So if a
I
person
guess
ever
this,
goes and look at the actual code that is written behind the screen, you would see like, oh my God. I mean, you'll be falling into something like down a fucking rabbit hole on that stuff on how they got that to work like that. But knowing man, and I'm sort of anxious to get into this show because we're gonna take it there. And this part, just the beginning that we're on, I don't want to spoil anything, but when we're talking like codes, when we're talking DNA, when we're talking on how to decode and recode or produce or clone or make something that wasn't there.
see, see, put it like this. See, these people decided to do it in their wisest way.
There you go. Yep.
I mean, it's nothing wrong with it because like they try. It's just the English part of it
Mm-hmm.
that could piss me off with the simple idea. But they own the something. They're just not on the correct thing precisely to me because you got to go back to the original text. But what they did was they like okay, the original text
Mm.
it was all just written side by side. Every character or letter that they use,
Mm-hmm.
it was side by side. There was no spaces, no
Right.
punctuations, no, there was no nothing separating these words. So they put every single word together. Let me make the screen a little bigger, I guess.
Why,
Yeah, they,
Calico?
yeah, they try me. They try me. They try me. But yeah, in their version, they put all of the words together of the Bible. Every word, they took out all the punctuations and quotations and all of the spacing and put every word together. That's why. Let me show you. Even right here, you're gonna see how it says.
Who
You know,
who has time to do all of that?
no, I'm saying, watch this. And from that, they were just getting so much, code by putting all of the words of the Bible together,
IUN.
and
Okay.
it brung up different, like it brung up a different message. You're like, hold on, when you stick these words
Hey,
together,
go back. Hey, go back up. Go back up. I see something.
oh,
It
you're gonna see a
says,
lot of stuff.
okay, so this it says sun believable horror. Uh center center this unbelievable horror. Okay.
Let me show you. Hold on. Yeah, because this is the author right here, Michael Drosnin. And matter of fact,
Uh-huh.
he went back to the original. So he was going back to the Hebrew, as you can see these characters that he's using.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, he put everything in the original way it was written on papyrus, all the letters side by side,
Mm-hmm.
side by side. And in certain patterns, he started seeing words, words, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? And it was always pertaining to the text. Like this might have been Revelations speaking on the first plague, so to speak, or a large war on earth. And this right here, like would have spelled Hitler in that language. They're like, hold the hell up. Why would
Mm-hmm.
the name Hitler be here? You know what I'm saying? And then, George Bush or, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
Biden. Like, what the heck? It's like, you people need to watch out for these people. And the Bible even says so,
So
for real.
you probably too young to remember when George Bush um, had the authority on what they would how they would be using stem cells and he said that it was inhumane, and they were to only use a certain amount of some type of cell for just one specific thing. Okay, so he pretty much put the clamp on the ass. However, no, he didn't put no clamp. He let us know that he thought it was inhumane to do it, but on the other side, they still have to go.
Exactly.
Because really, okay, so here's what their point was, that with stem cell research, they can save a lot of lives. You know, they always go in the name of saving lives, but really, we know they want to take lives. They want to do all kinds of stuff with um, us and, and our melanin or whatever. But he said no, it's immoral to use stem cells to say like what they did with a man a couple of weeks, 3 weeks ago. They put a pig's heart in him. So stem cell would allow them to take those same type of cells that the heart's made of, and with the laser get the cells in there, and then it do its own job. And so Bush said no to that. I remember thinking as a kid, like,
I
why
mean,
why would they say no to stem cell research? They didn't say no, but they limited it to just like one minute thing. Whereas for what all scientists were saying that it would do, I didn't get it. But George knew that that they would be cloning and building humans and doing all kinds of um, ill-advised things. I'm gonna keep it clean for you, Calico. Keep it clean.
yeah, yeah,
Ill-advised. Okay.
for sure.
I mean, these guys all know what the others is doing, and that's why when we get into some more of the reading and see the language of this RA-EL-iens and his crew, then
Hmm.
we'll understand better. Like you guys, you're not slick. Okay,
For real.
they're not. They think they are.
So,
Scientists claim the Bible is written in code that predicts future. Mm.
future events. Yeah, but that's the side story, to the
Mhm.
main story, which is the RA-EL-iens. And
Yes.
I'm just showing you, showing the people the Bible code, because the brother kind of ventured us off in his commentary, but it's not a problem, not at all. So because it don't never matter if the person you're talking to learns or cares
That
to learn or
that
listen
picture to the right,
for someone
that
else.
top picture to the right looks like Orion's belt, or not, or yeah, or the constellation Orion. It was up, or maybe it's down now. One
Oh, you talking about all down
right
here and
there,
stuff.
yeah, to the right, that one.
Yeah.
And so that's a Bible code shaped in the constellation of Orion.
Hey, so we might need to just lay those over the scriptures, put those particular angles and
Okay,
and really get the message for real.
yeah.
Wow.
So,
That's why I like how you seen that too. You right.
oh yeah, I
That's
did a
definitely
whole.
that's definitely Big Dipper and all that kind of stuff.
I wrote a
Yeah.
poem about Orion. I was super fascinated when I heard what the mythological
See, look at
story.
that. Like, see, it's showing you certain
Hmm.
words that were written right here in
Right.
Revelations. They were talking about twin towers. It was talking about airplane. It was talking about terror and all of the stuff will collapse and will burn and all of this kind of stuff.
Hmm.
Like so.
Mm.
Yeah. Yep. And back to the aliens.
Hmm.
Like we know Ra. We know who Ra is. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we know who
No.
El
Hell.
is. So and like hold on, let me go back to that first image. Boom. So we know who is RA-EL is. That's why I say,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't that symbol look familiar? That symbol sure looks
Mm-hmm.
familiar, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, the six-pointed star.
Yeah.
I like the spin they put on it.
Yeah, they put the spin on it. They put a spin on it. They literally put a spin on it.
Literally, yeah, and that was definitely was fun. But
Yes.
it's
Israel.
very nice looking, and I say that a lot of these symbols don't belong to you. It don't belong to them.
Oh, none of them. Not one. Not a
Yeah,
single one.
yeah, not even the swastika. That's not yours. You don't own that.
Not a single one. Not a single one. And
Wow.
as a matter of fact, I'm gonna let you
You
read
in
this
wiki
for
or
us.
what?
I mean, I'm gonna show them what RA-EL-ism, because we talking
Oh,
about, well, really,
oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna get into the clone aid and everything,
Yes, that's what I'm waiting for.
because this is another major part of the RA-ELian religion. The
Indeed.
RA-ELians definitely want to be gods like their gods, and they say their gods created
Hmm.
cloning for immortality. Isn't that right, sis?
Yeah, yeah, that's what they think is going to happen. Except what they're calling immortality, you can't you can't just create it. Oh my God, what is that?
And she's one of them. She's one
Oh
of them.
my goodness, something
She's
went
one of
wrong
them.
in the
I
lab.
mean, she might be telling the truth, huh?
Yeah,
Do you
and
think
so
she
and
jumped off the ship?
where I'm at right now in Indiana, uh, I ain't kidding. They look like that all day, and I'll be telling my sister like, "Did you see it?
Wow.
Did
Look
you
what they
see it?"
have in the middle. When we say they put a spin on it,
Yeah.
what do they have in the middle?
Oh, the most
Wow.
famous, popular swastika.
Didn't you just speak on that? You just spoke on the beautiful
Yes,
swastika.
I'll tell you, because that's really what they wanted it to be. And I guess when they have to cover it up, they just put that swirl in there. That's really
Wow.
what they want right there, right there. And
Wow.
it's amazing to me how they always find some Negroes to show up and join. You know,
I mean, this is almost our story. They making it seem a little wider. It's our story. The Dogons, I mean, every
yeah,
shaman, everybody, all the ancients, the Hindu culture,
yep.
any culture. Quetzalcoatl was a space traveler. I mean, all of the cultures are definitely,
Quetzalcoatl,
spoke like the gods came on these ships.
Quasi resonates with my spirit. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
say that. But yeah,
Hmm.
look at these
So,
cats.
when we think of gods coming on ships, it's not far fetched to
No,
our different cultures. It's not far
it,
fetched at all.
it's not far fetched. However, there's always going to be the quacks who come out and just take it to the nth degree when they don't have to do that. We can all share this knowledge of extraterrestrials, which just meaning
Yeah,
someone
extra
from
land.
other lands, other
Yeah,
lands.
extra land dweller. Yeah, a
Yeah,
terrestrial is a land dweller.
exactly.
Mhm. So, extra land dweller is what they are. I mean, I
Okay,
know how to put it think. I understand. We not into aliens, brother. You
right.
know, and but we're not gonna eliminate that there's more to it than meets the eye. For number one, the truth is stranger than fiction.
Always.
You know, which is what gives these kind of people more credence. Like the
Right.
RA-ELian crew of people, have more credence than any Christian group I ever heard of. You know, for real.
Yeah.
Like they are barking up the right tree. I just don't know about the cloning thing. You know,
Well, how else are they gonna get 55,000 members?
yeah, they
They
getting
don't
all that big
clone.
money. They getting some big money
There's Dolly.
because they got all they need is one or two people willing, a couple millionaires that are willing to pay buku money
No,
to
so here's what you
resurrect someone or live forever.
yeah, and so check this out. So when they clone a human, the first thing they want to do is brag about how they're the first to clone a human, right? And so, and just doing that, now they have to prove that that baby was cloned. And that's where the inhumane stuff comes in. So now that baby's a lab rat, okay? That
I
baby
mean,
turns
it
into a
happens every
lab
day.
rat.
I mean, it happens
It
every
do, but
day with
when you go about boasting, like say if they just clone the baby and then take care of the baby and do right, but no, you want to go say, oh, look at here, I've cloned this child, and now the government wants to see it, and all the scientists want to dig in and see is this true, so they're gonna go poking, prodding, testing on that child, even if it even if it is a hybrid or a clone, if it's got some human DNA in it, then and it's a sentient being, that's what the inhumane part comes in. Now you got to prove that this baby was cloned, and so that child spends the rest of his life being poked and prodded, and that's why I get empathy. Like why do this? Why create something that's going to be alive just so you can poke and prod and see how you can modify it or make it better, change it to this and then try another. I mean, these guys are playing God, and that's what they want to do.
exactly. That's what it
But
boils
they don't
down.
want you. But they don't want you to say that that's what they're doing. And so
I
we
mean,
keep
basically, I
trying to
mean,
say,
if you wanna get the government off your back, you wanna get the IRS off your back. If you want to get everything and everybody off your back, you need to have a goal and you need to do it under in the name of of a religion. Your
yeah,
religion, whatever you gonna, whatever you definitely gonna
yeah,
formulate, you
yeah.
have to do
A
it.
company with a 503c,
Yeah, yeah.
get a company in the name of religion and have at it. People do it all the time. Preachers do it all the time. I know a man who got a church. He don't want no members. He just want to collect on things like he want to invite Farrakhan out, and he want to do the big money stuff so he get big money drawn in. He don't even care if he has any members or not. He had members. He told them they were all going to hell and they quit. This is a true story. I'm not making this up.
Wow.
He had members. He don't want members. He want big events. So so they'll teach you in school that there's a separation of religion and government. They'll teach you that. At the same time they was teaching you that, you were saying the Lord's Prayer in school. You were. They
Yep.
just saying they'll abolish that in the last like 30 years or so. But when I grew up, we were saying the Pledge of Allegiance, we were saying Lord's Prayer and all of that crap. I'm sure I was Kaepernick.
And it's so crazy how they take so matter of fact. That's what I need to look up. Human
Yeah.
sleeves. Watch this.
Hmm.
I can't believe I forgot the name of it.
We've cloned baby, says cult. Wow. And
Mhm.
yeah, this is what I wanted to see here. Who's the founder of the RA-EL-iens? Okay. Yeah, what is his name? Let me read this right quick. The clonate and the RA-EL-iens. So, one, clonate was founded by a religious cult. The RA-EL-iens, which believes life on Earth was created by a genetic engineering experiment carried out by super intelligent extraterrestrials. Two, they also claim to be making progress on brain mapping and personality transfer. Okay,
Yep.
that
And that's
transfer is the operative word.
right on time with
Yeah,
what I'm about.
where you transferring from? Humans? Yeah, what's happening to the humans while you just transfer their personality and map their brain? What's happening
Exactly.
to that human?
Oh yeah, yeah. They leaving this mother plane at that point in time.
For real, for real. It's kind of shocking. You know, there's some people who just can't hear this. They won't believe it. We would be quack. We would be the quacks and conspiracy theorists. But I bet you, your CNN have done articles on these RA-EL-iens.
Watch
CNN,
this.
that is.
Like I like check this out. If you remember this,
Yes, sir.
natural organic human sleeves. He calling people human sleeves. What is a sleeve? Why
Hmm.
should it be important to my life? Well, a sleeve is simply you. We have a couple on display here in the back. Adam and Eve. And the importance of a sleeve, mentality. How do we achieve that? Well, by partnering with the cortical stack technology, which is implanted in the base of your neck, it records and stores everything that makes you you. So every memory, every emotion, every sensation, every experience you ever had in your entire life gets stored onto this device and is sent back to our headquarters. Then, through the process of needle casting, we can, in a sense, airdrop your consciousness from one sleeve to the sleeve of your choosing. How does immortality fit in this? Well, let's say the current sleeve you're occupying right now experiences a car accident and it leaves you paralyzed from the neck down. That's no way of living life, right? I'm sure you'd like to walk your daughter down the aisle one day. Am I correct? I'm sure you'd all like to continue living life, not like a vegetable. Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm-mm.
When I have these problems, all of a sudden, let me show y'all. I'm gonna get to the
Mm-hmm.
human sleeve. Y'all need to see what a human sleeve is. Like he said, right behind them, they have two prototypes of Adam and Eve.
Right.
You know, so it's a Ken and a Karen. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with Wi-Fi all of a sudden. You see how they want to do? Like they really,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I let me see.
You
I'll
know you
just
part of
read.
that Patriot Act.
Is it okay? It's back. Let him sleep.
Yep, there they are. That's from a movie on Netflix called shit. I watched a couple of episodes of it. I saw what it was doing.
Oh no! This is a real exhibit, a Netflix exhibit in
Right.
L.A.
Yeah. There it
L.A.
is. Alter Carbon. Yeah, exactly. Alter Carbon. Netflix. Yeah, did you see it, Calico? Did you watch it?
Oh, you know I don't like that. But I
I watched a
remember this
couple
exhibit.
episodes.
I remember this exhibit from I guess it was back in 2018. They saying, yeah, it was a while ago,
Mhm.
and it was just it's showing you more of what did we just read when we were talking about the RA-EL-iens. Hmm? Last thing we just read was how, and this was a while ago. He spoke on this
Mhm.
way before Netflix. He said we are now making progress on brain mapping
Yes.
and personality
Personality
transfer.
transfer. Boom.
Uh, so that's what they meant with these human sleeves, and they say they can
And let's
transfer your
not
consciousness.
and let's not take lightly what he's saying about brain mapping. You know how many
Oh,
neurons there are in the brain? They're going to
mhm.
map that and name each neuron, where they go to, and what they do. Really? Whose brain? I mean, you think they're working on like a dead person's brain that's going to have neurons? I'm
Mm-mm.
afraid those synapses are going to be done when that person stops breathing.
Well, what the name of the corporation is? Clone Aid. They ain't dealing with the dead. You
Exactly.
know.
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
So, whose brain are they practicing mapping?
It was gonna be some original people.
Oh yeah, what would be the point in doing it if you're not doing it on the original people?
I mean,
Because we,
I mean,
we got more
what
neurons.
kind of person they get? They're gonna clone it,
But
and
if
it
you're
ain't gonna
gonna
be,
map, why
ain't gonna
not
be
get the
real no more.
person with the most neurons?
Oh yeah, they definitely gonna do that. But
Yeah.
when you clone it, you're not gonna continue to have that. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Unless you inject it with the
only
color
only
of memory.
because only because they're gonna run into some things that can't be synthetic. That's the only reason. They're gonna run into some things like the neuromelanin in the brain that you can't just make in the lab. That's the problem they're gonna have, creating synthetic melanin. They make and create synthetic melanin, but it won't work. Uh, it won't have all the properties of real melanin.
Hey, is bro? It's no coincidence that his images is
And you
up
gonna
there
pick
with
up
the
my
image.
man?
There is no coincidence that his images are with the images. And what I'm saying is, this ain't the real Mike. I've already told people. I've always told people that this ain't the real Mike.
There's no way
And
that can be the real Mike.
they killed the real Mike. To
He's
me,
taller. He's taller than the real Mike.
the real Mike was killed the day of that Coca-Cola commercial.
That's right. When his
Where they
head
set
caught
his
on
on
fire.
fire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
because we never saw him again. He was wrapped up, bandaged up, looked like a living mummy. You know,
Yeah.
we was like, Mike would never be back, and Mike would
His
never be.
whole brain was on fire.
Mike did.
Definitely his entire scalp.
Mike retired prematurely at that point.
Yeah.
Mm. And then when he came back, he was white. Come on now,
Well, he was on his way to being white. The Billie Jean album, he wasn't quite white yet, and
that's what
that
I'm
happened
saying.
after the fire, after the Pepsi commercial.
When did that MJ Hill thing happen in the 80, like 83 or something like that? 80,
It was
80 what?
before the Rock with You album, or Billie Jean was on the album. Okay, so he said they wore
Hey,
sleeves during the Holocaust. Yeah, so that's what I'm
hey,
calling Hitler's army was
That's what we were
cloned.
talking about, wasn't we, sis?
Yeah, his
And
army was
that's why I like
cloned.
that comment. I like that comment. That's my sister, La Quieta Ball. Yeah, she's a big Bro Sanchez supporter. You know, and I ain't gonna
Okay,
lie. I told you like the brother all right with me too. You feel
I
me?
like Sanchez.
Yeah, I know y'all
Sometimes
do. All y'all did definitely before me.
yeah,
And
I
you
put
know,
him on before
y'all
I
made
go
me
to
pay
sleep.
attention and the brother straight. Because even when I
Listen,
brought smoke today, what the brother
I,
say?
I find
He said,
the I
man, I
find
can't
the
argue with you. Matter of fact, he remind me of me. Because it's a saying I always say, hey, I'm with you when you're right. You know what I mean? I don't give a
right.
damn who you is. I'm with you when you're right, brother. And he that type of nigga too, so I respect him.
Okay, so Mike is totally white there, and you see that they've been playing with his nose, Pinocchio looking. Mike is my guy. We share a birthday, August 29th. And we got that Virgo connection. And from the moment I was a child, I had a connection with him. I was in his fan club. I got my 8x10 glossy autographed photos and shit. All of that shit is gone now. It would be worth a lot of money. But I'm saying I've always been connected to Mike, and it really hurt me when I saw him turning white, and it really scared me when he did that commercial, that video with Chris Tucker, "Rock My World." I said, "What the fuck? Did you see what they did to him in the "You Rock My World" video? That was inhumane.
Whoa.
Him and Chris Tucker.
See,
They're in this like bar, and Marlon Brando and all the greats are in that movie trying to distract away from the way like what y'all did to Mike. Like why y'all do my man like that? Come on now.
thank
I,
you.
I still love him. I still love him, but
I'm
that's
gonna
not
just
the real
finish.
Mike.
I'm gonna just finish my thought. But what I was gonna say is Michael Jackson was a RA-EL-ien. You hear me?
What?
He was a RA-EL-ien, and I'm more than sure that he already donated his body to. Well, he already donated his body as far as to science to the point that he paid the $1 million that they're supposed to put his body in cryogenics in the cryo jail and preserve his body until they do have immortality. Like he already paid for that kind of preservation. That's why he slept in the chambers that he slept in. For one, to me, all that
Wait a minute.
ground.
Are you saying he slept in the hyperbaric chambers?
Yeah,
He
because he was
already
wrong.
dispelled all of that.
No, he did. No, Michael Jackson did sleep in there. Michael Jackson slept in that thing that looked like a tanning bed.
Right.
You know,
Hyperbaric chambers, yeah.
whenever he
So
wasn't sleeping with Bubbles. You know,
he been got rid of Bubbles. Now I'm thinking you just cracking on my man.
hey, watch this. What I'm saying is Mike being big on, like I'm telling you, what they did was they showcased the first
Baptized.
look they showcased the first uh consciousness transfer or the soul transference. They transferred Mike into the new Mike, you know, black Mike and the white Mike. They transferred him. You know, they've
First
been
of
doing
all,
this kind of stuff.
Calico.
They've been on it. They've
You
been
know
on it.
I'm a Michael Jackson specialist. So check this out. The old Mike, even after the Pepsi commercial, the old Mike, when Quincy Jones started producing his albums, that Mike and that Mike that we're looking at now can't be the same Mike. They can't. So you saying
Yeah.
they transferred the old Mike's uh,
Consciousness.
personality
Mm-hmm.
into this Mike.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing about that is they didn't have the same personality though. The other Mike was
They had
like,
enough. They had enough.
hey,
You know, they had the dance moves and such. You
no,
know,
that's what I'm saying. No. That's my point. This Mike that we're looking at,
yeah,
dance moves, is not like the black Mike. That's not.
exactly.
Go do
It's
the
more
side by
robotic.
side research. No,
Yeah.
that other Mike wasn't doing all of that kicking
Look,
shit or
look.
grabbing the crotch.
Wow.
That other Mike did
Damn.
none of that shit. This new Mike
Damn.
made up all of that.
Come on now. I
I
like
promise
that.
you,
I
I'm a
like
Mike
that you did.
specialist.
I like that you did it.
August 29th,
I'm gonna have
Virgo.
to make
Come
sure.
on.
I'm gonna have to make sure because I
I go
don't
to
know.
listen. I go to his house in Gary. They have like a mic thing. They have a DJ booth and a stage, and people from all
Yeah,
over the
you had
world
from
go to their
Indiana.
house in Gary, Indiana, every year. It's an annual event on his birthday, which is also my birthday. I'm
Wow.
telling you, I know Mike.
Fire,
That's
fire,
not
fire.
the same Mike. That old Mike, that the Mike from the Jackson Five, and then the Jacksons, and then he went solo. Was not doing all that kicking and grinding and all of that shit. The only thing that he was doing that the new Mike do pretty much is the moonwalk, which they stole from Jeffrey Daniels of Shalimar. Come on. But
Right.
it's interesting that you say he joined that RA-EL-iens. Yeah, see, that's the Mike after Pepsi. He wasn't there, and he was still black, and he still sort of looked like himself, except he'd already got his nose done. Because if you go back a mic or two, he got the flat nose, he got the flat nigga nose.
Whoa.
Yeah, go back where he's got all black features. I,
This is what's gonna happen if you
that's
want to come
that's
back as
how
a
he looked.
clone. If you
That's
want to
how
come
he
back as a
looked.
clone, you're gonna
Yeah,
be melanless. You're gonna be
yeah.
melanless. You're
But
gonna
this
not gonna
ain't
have
just
it.
a clone though, Calico. Look how they butchered. Look how they did them.
Yep.
That's not just a clone. That's some other shit going on.
I mean, they had to hybridize that clone. They had to, and they made sure the mother was a you know what. The
Look at
egg,
the
the
look at
egg
the
they
two.
used
Look
was
at the two.
definitely you know what.
Look at the two pics. That's night and day. Night and day. And if he is a right alien, I before when he was Mike, he was like a Jehovah Witness. Okay, that was his religion. That or Seventh Day Adventist. I get them both mixed up because
Like, like,
one
like, like,
comes out to your house, the other one don't.
like. I definitely. You're right. You're right. Hey,
Yeah.
but I definitely like looking at this. It makes me think of Lil Kim, and the thing about Lil Kim, I can't believe that's her. I'm not.
Uh,
I'm not
yeah,
that gullible. I'm not that gullible. You know.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
I can't believe that's her.
So
You know.
they cloning the Hollywood mofo's.
Yeah. They
Definitely.
replacing them. They replacing them. They not. You know. They.
That's why
You
you
know.
gotta.
They own the character, so they're gonna keep the character
They do.
alive.
They do. That means that they really are selling their souls to the
Yep.
devil.
Yep. Yep. And that's
They
why.
signing. They signing their name in blood.
For some reason, we got an echo system.
I don't.
I think you got to go.
What
Hello.
about
Hello.
now?
I think.
I don't
I
know
think
what
we
I can
might be
do on
straight.
my end.
Oh no. I think we're straight. Yeah. But I was gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah. They replacing them. You feel me? They own the image. I remember Prince said that he, because he was up on game. He knew what the future
Yes.
technology they had as far as in the industry that he's in, music. So he was
Mm-hmm.
like, man, he's not into that hologram thing. He
Mm.
said he feel like that's the worst thing you could be is to have me performing, even though I'm long gone and dead, places I might even not want to, he feel like he do what the hell he wanted to. So he
Mm-hmm.
like, who's the hell to make me
But
come?
he was still a slave.
Yeah, but he wanted to own his essence to that level. Like if they own your essence, they can do that. He wanted to own his and never give them the right to do anything like that to him, like own his essence. Because
Right.
that's just saying they're gonna make a slave out of you for eternity. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're gonna keep making money. Like it's like the hologram Michael Jackson. Like Michael Jackson can do a show tomorrow. I mean, even if
Yeah.
you want the black Mike,
Absolutely.
even if you want the black Mike, he can do a show tomorrow. because they were gonna hologram him on the stage. And now
What?
you see how deep they're getting with it. They're saying that you can touch holograms. You
What?
can interact with these things. Like, yeah, they're making it where you can actually touch and feel
So you can touch Tupac?
according
Never mind.
according to
I shouldn't even
sources.
mention his name. I shouldn't even
According
said
to
his name.
sources. Even though, well, you definitely can touch him because he's still alive. Anyways, we ain't gonna get on him right now because he ain't a RA-EL-ien, you know. But I predict that he is. Mike is. I wouldn't be surprised that Mike is one of the RA-ELs. Because number one, that's a clone. You feel me? So this is his chance at immortality. He was like, I'm gone. I died. Oh my gosh. Science work. My money, I'm here. But I'm a white guy. Hey, I'm still happy. I'm here. Well, I wouldn't have been happy, you know, for sure. Just like I'm sure Sister Yahsinni wasn't happy that they kicked her off the line, you know,
Yeah, I don't play that.
for real. But yeah, cloning.
You see how I came right back at him though, man. And so
Mm,
the RA-EL-iens, we already said, um, the founder or the owner of the RA-EL-iens made this other company that we're gonna be getting into real soon. I want the name to be said because you're not even trying to hide. How you gonna name your company Clone Aid?
mhm, mhm. Let me
You
feel
have a whole
controversy.
wiki. Did you notice how wiki like to say perceived to be or claim to be, like they like to put their skepticism in there to throw us. In all reality, I bet you there's a clone aid in Riverside, California. They're trying to play like it's in the Bahamas. I bet you it's the United States. The United States is doing all of that stuff. And if they're not, and let me say, I believe that Israel is probably number one in cloning and trafficking and all of that kind of stuff. Not being an expert, putting my disclaimer in, I don't know this, but I believe this through my research. Okay, so if you look up Israel, when Trump got in office, he made the liaison between the United States and Israel was the man who owned the hotel where that chick was found or was killed in the hotel and then was found like in the dish, not the dishwasher, but in some vacant part of the hotel where she shouldn't have been. uh, a shoe off, looked like she had been tampered with, and it was really really popular. I can't believe I can't remember that girl's name. If anybody in the audience remember, she went out with her friends to a hotel to like a birthday party or something, and then was lost. And it was
Oh
a
yeah, 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 yeah. You talking
it
about
was in Rosemont, Illinois, right? Okay,
yeah.
so the owner of that hotel was the liaison between the United States and Israel with, and he also owned like some bio company in Rosemont, Illinois, right down the street from the hotel that does human cloning, and they had already been busted because while they was transporting some humans, blood was leaking, and then they got caught. Okay, so that's who Trump appointed to be the liaison
Yeah,
between the
yeah,
United States and Israel.
Kenneth Jenkins. Yep, the brother
Yeah,
who
yeah, Kanika Jenkins. Yeah, that's the guy owning the hotel, owning this cloning company, or let's just say organ harvesting company. And so there you have it. Like this is a huge business. And who do you think? What brains you think they're going to be wanting to map? Whose brain you think they want to map the most? Yeah. So are we cursed? Probably, because we show got it bad. We're targeted more than any human on the planet, uh, undeservedly, because we're like the nicest people on the planet. And so the man, the etymologist, the neighborhood etymologist, is going to tell you that yeah, you don't really want to be nice anymore, right, Calico? Nice is
Exactly.
not good, is it?
That's foolish. You know, and even in the white way or the American way of saying nice, what they mean, it still opens the door to be a fool. So nah, I don't want to be nice, not even the way you mean it.
either way, either
Yeah,
way,
not
you
even the
fucking
way they
right.
mean it.
Yeah,
I ain't opening the door for that. You have to
right.
take a stem cell conversation. Life begins at conception. Huh? No cloning embryos. See, that's what women not realizing about abortions is they running
What?
off of this. They running off of this. They running off. They running off. They out of here. Huh?
Mm,
RA-EL-iens is the only people telling you what they doing. The rest of
yes.
these people been doing this. Hey, give me your
Hmm.
cells. Give me them stem cells. Give me that brand new baby stem cells like that can grow up to be a giant of a human, and I can put that in my knee and fix it. Oh, give me those cells. You know, I can
Right.
regrow limbs. I can regrow anything. I can
Yeah.
live forever. Mm,
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. There's the distinction right there. Immortality. They thinking physically they can live forever by keep swapping out these parts and you know exchanging brains, downloading personalities, mapping blueprinting the brain and all of that. But they don't understand that that's not what immortality is. Immortality is not related to a physical body because we know the physical body is going to give out. A physical body can't last forever. So for the next million years, you're gonna keep swapping out parts to stay alive. Keep re-downloading your memory to stay alive. That's not immortality. I'm sorry.
exactly. I mean,
Oh, you should. Oh, I wish you had that. They said, how hard is it to clone a baby? And what they're
yeah.
gonna show you, it's not hard at all. They have a little YouTube video that shows you like how they do the in vitro portion, where you can relate all of that to what it would take to clone. Yeah, get an egg in the lab, get your needle, push push this whatever sperm wherever you got it from,
Mm.
whatever you did to make that sperm, push it in
See,
that
that's why I
egg,
got to shout out like Dr.
put it in the
Malik.
incubator.
Like Dr. Malik, I always said that they were going to create these clones and they're going to be used for body parts as far as if you need a spleen or anything, or if a person was crippled, like I say, they would transfer the whole consciousness into a fresh body.
Hmm.
This
Yeah,
is stuff Dr. Malachi been saying. It's
that was
ridiculous.
Get Out. That was the movie Get Out.
Yeah, yep. Clonade was founded by by members of a religious sect called the RA-EL-iens.
Hmm.
Yep. On Thursday, December 26, 2002. We might have to do the what do we call it? The natal chart on that date.
Oh,
Do the natal chart on a Thursday, December 26,
uh,
2002. When
yeah.
Clonate
Now you're talking. Now you're
successfully created
talking.
the first human clone, a 7-pound baby girl named Eve. And we got the name and we got the
Hmm.
date. We don't necessarily
Yeah.
have time.
Right.
but we can fish around and see what a Eve, what it speaks on a Eve from 2002, because right now she would be uh 20 years old, going on 20, going on, she's 21. She's a
Hmm.
smooth 21 years old right now.
So
You
where's can we see
allegedly. Hmm?
can we see Eve?
Oh no, because the government says that was, they debunked that. It's not true. That's what the government says. They say there's no proof that the
Well, we got a
that the
name, we
people,
got a date, we got a company who made
they
her.
they saying somehow when they do the DNA of the people that they can, that they're like, these aren't cloned. Well, what kind of DNA does a clone have? What's
Her
gonna make
mother's
it too
her
visible?
mother's skin cells,
You know,
and
it's
she a
like, what?
genetic twin of her mother.
Yeah, he was created using DNA from her mother's skin cells
Yeah,
and is a genetic twin of her mother, a 31-year-old American citizen.
they left out African.
I mean, it could have been one of them, because you
Yeah,
see, you see your homegirl, and no matter what, even if you come in looking like Michael Jackson, you're gonna leave looking like Michael Jackson, the other one. You know what I mean? So
but they can remove in the DNA. They can take out the cells that creates
yeah, yeah, they could.
melanocytes.
I mean, I don't even think you can just pass that on. I don't care. I don't even. I just don't think they could pass it. I got girl behind the mic in the building. Yeah, I
Mhm.
appreciate the support, sis.
Peace and
I'll
love.
go check out for sure. Very positive sister.
Look,
Conscious,
that
conscious.
pic you got up there. All of those Beckys are clones. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah.
Yeah, they already be manipulating genes. That's why if you want to get a child, I guess we got that relay back, that echo back. I don't know what it is, but I know that whatever color eyes you want,
Hmm.
however tall you may want the kid to be, like you can pick all of these assets that you want a child to have before you
Hmm.
have the child. So,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
yeah, these RA-EL-iens.
So where are they now? In Riverside, California?
These people got money, I tell you that. You know what I'm saying? They got old billboards wherever they
They
may
faking like
be.
they're in the Bahamas, but they're not.
I
They're
mean, they
in
Rael,
Riverside,
they
California.
Israel. They even got the same flag as Israel. They just took the IS off, which truly means ISIS. You
Exactly,
know,
of
so
course.
like we always talk about, people take out the great mother. You know,
See, she said it right
they
there. Put
did
her
that.
next. Put girl behind the mic's latest comment up because
Okay,
she hit the nail on the head. Yeah, right there. CRISPR. CRISPR. Operative word. Go look it up.
oh yeah,
That's how they
it's
doing
almost
it.
like CRISPR. Yep, I believe where people
Yeah,
can
that's
make
how they doing
custom
it.
babies.
They really they
Yeah,
own this. They own it now. They own it. They
watch this.
figured it out. They didn't figure it out. They knew. I mean, they've got everything our ancestors ever wrote in stone. I mean, they got all the secrets. You know, if Yakub created the Tamahu, then believe you me, they've got that recipe.
Wow. I'm
And
glad she dropped that
Dolly.
on them.
There's
And I
Dolly.
appreciate you, girl, behind the mic, as always.
Hmm.
And y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to her, especially the ladies. You know,
Yep. Yahsinni in the house.
she raising
YouTube.
the bar. Yeah, changing. But researchers have devised several ways of making pinpoint changes in DNA and RNA. One technique uses a modified CRISPR uh, Cas9 system to edit single
Hmm.
DNA base pairs. Yeah,
Hmm. Edit.
your genetic editing, your gene editing.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's what I'm talking about.
That's what
I
I'm telling you.
appreciate
They
it.
do it on animals all the time.
And that's what they're showing right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The same monkey a whole bunch of times. Uh,
Yeah. They've been doing it.
yeah, see, that's the thing about it, especially when they take all of that uh I forget what it is, the fertility drugs and certain things, like to have babies or whatever they do when
Right.
they go to the doctor, being that they can't have as many babies,
Right.
throughout their lives, they have a whole bunch at one time.
Yeah. Because their men's sperm won't even stick to the egg. Because their egg is generic.
I
Yeah.
mean, it just lacks the melanin to create that
It,
explosion,
oh, that's
that
still
melanin explosion.
whatever it is. It doesn't work right. It's not natural. It's not organic.
Mhm.
I shouldn't even say organic. I should say original
Like,
because they're not the same thing.
like this is no different. This is no different than cloning. You
That
know,
is cloning. That's how you want to clone right there. That's what I
yeah,
learned in my
yeah,
biology class. They do
yep.
that all the time. They do it all the time.
That's it right there.
That is
Yep.
it.
Gene editing.
They know exactly where to splice and add in this. And that's what I was talking about the dogs. That's how they made all of those different breeds of dogs by gene splicing and DNA editing.
Yeah, but
That's why.
I'm not gonna give them that credit because it's too easy to
But listen, this is
domesticate.
why this is why dog is man's best friend because
Yeah,
they're made
but you can't say
human
that them
after
crackers.
humans.
Excuse my language, but you
Okay.
cannot say that they
Look
had
what
this
he's doing
kind
right
of
there.
science.
Look what he's doing right there. Adding
Yeah,
the gene that he wants.
yeah, but they didn't have that science until as of late. Like Hitler had this science before they had it. Trust me. You
This
know,
science has been here since Jacob.
I mean, back then it wasn't this pinpoint. It would be more like they got the egg, like when they were incubating babies in the 1800s. I give them that. They
Oh
did that
my
before
God.
Hitler. They did that
Uh,
before Hitler.
you see
But
them scissors? You see them red scissors and on the bottom left bit?
yeah, but
That's
yeah,
the CRISPR.
yeah, but that's
Yeah.
just
No,
you
they
know that's just an
cutting
image
out
of
and
what
adding
is
in
what it
what they
basically
want.
is like. Yeah,
No,
don't
that's
think
exactly
that they've been doing that for
right there.
hundreds and hundreds of
Here.
years.
You see that? The pics ain't lying. I'm
You
telling
know,
you, I
but
took microbiology now
yeah, but
and
that ain't how
biology too.
that ain't how it really happens. But I know
Yes,
what
it
you're saying.
is.
I'm saying
Under the
that's
microscope,
definitely not what they was doing.
under the
Hundreds of
microscope,
years.
that's what they're doing, bro.
I say that's not what they were doing hundreds of years ago when they were making breeds of
More
dogs.
than more than hundreds of years ago.
Nah, there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, wait.
They just started making boats. They just
No.
started selling the seven seas. They just started you know, being civilized. And you saying that they were so sophisticated,
400 years
they
ago.
didn't even know
400
the
years ago.
stars above their name of the above their heads names. Like this is the best they could have did. You see this? This is the best they could have did. They could have artificially inseminated an egg. Yes, yes, yes. They can do that.
What's
Now
that
to
they putting
go
in
in
there
there,
though?
huh?
What's that they putting in that egg?
That's the point. You can put anything and you're gonna alter this
No, you
genetics.
don't put anything. They know exactly
They,
what they're putting
they
in
put
there.
their sperm or whatever the case.
No, they're putting specific sperm. And
I
it's
say
not
fresh
it's
sperm.
not that general. I promise you it's more scientific than they're just putting something, whatever the case in there. No.
They're putting their
No.
sperm.
No,
There's no way around.
they worked on that for a long time. They know exactly what they're doing. I know, I promise you. I promise you.
Yeah, but they weren't doing this. They say how they made breeds of dogs, but that's
Well, not just that.
another topic.
People.
That is
People.
another topic.
I get it. Yeah, we don't have to go into the dogs, but we're talking about cloning. Cloning. That's cloning
Exactly.
right there.
Exactly. He said they did make half man and
Yeah.
egg and sperm very easy. Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. So it's not far fetched to hear the beliefs of Clonade, and being that they really got billions of dollars. Don't be fooled. These people got
Listen,
peeps.
yeah, and yeah, let's not be fooled. Let's talk about um, the two types of cells: you eukaryotes and prokaryotes. Now, one of them is old as fuck, and they think evolved into the newer cells, the eukaryotes. But no, we have the old cells in us. That's why they're so interested in us. We got that old school, old ass cells that they don't even make anymore. They have to be extended down from the mitochondria Eve gene. Let's not go over this again. They come from the original mother, the original black woman, and these are the oldest cells that got here when the rest of these creatures and earthlings got here. We're not late on the scene. We've been here. We are the Alpha and Omega. That's us. That's us. And they don't want to admit that we got that old ass DNA from the first human ever. That's why they have to explore us, because it's not cutting it with those eukaryote cells. Those are the new cells. Those are the new cells. We got the old cells. Right, right. And the girl behind the mic should be in front of the mic because she's telling it like it is. She's telling it like it is. I'm telling you, go and look at the two types of cells. And scientists, even in their biology, their microbiology books, they don't want to deal with those old cells. They're saying they don't even exist no more. They got evolved into the new cells. I promise you that did not happen. It don't even feel right when you reading that shit, when you studying that shit. And I aced that damn class. Mm-hmm. Get on it. Get on it. Look, they know which gene editing of the NHE1 gene renders chickens resistant to. They know exactly what they're doing. This COVID, please.
Hey, I'm over here talking with no goddamn. I ain't. Come on. I always do that. That's my bad.
Come on,
That's my
damn.
bad. But like I say,
You're gonna have to repeat all of that, bro.
yeah. See what I was gonna say. If we paying attention, like this chart right here is showing you right here is the egg, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it obviously says right here, huh? This is where you go in and you mess with stuff, and what do they call it? Gene editing, huh? After the gene editing, what is it called? Clone
Mm-hmm.
expansion.
Mm-hmm.
So the process to cloning is gene editing. I rest my case.
It is. Yeah, but
You
don't
gonna-
confuse gene editing with gene splicing. I mean,
I
it
mean,
is
it
editing,
is.
but
It's the
you're
same.
splicing. You're targeting a certain you those four letters that make up the DNA. You're you're you're
Yeah, that's
targeting a
splicing.
specific one, removing it, yeah, and putting some other letter in its place that determines color of eyes, color of hair, height, temperament, how long your tail grows or not, how long that. I mean, they know exactly what they're doing. They're not guessing or experimenting anymore. They're in full production.
See, I'm so glad my sister girl behind the mic, popped up because that was right on time when she brought up the CRISPR. Because once
Yeah,
again,
exactly. Yeah, we should dig more into the CRISPR because there's a lot more than it looks.
Yeah, that's the company. You know, that's the company. That's
It
an
is, and
anagram for
it's
whatever
also an acronym. It's not a word;
acronym.
it's
Yeah,
an acronym.
yeah, yeah. And most definitely, like it's saying right here, the footprint, efficient, footprint free,
Hmm.
gene editing, and single cell cloning
Hmm.
of iPS cells using CRISPR or Cas9. See,
Yeah,
so it's no
that's
different.
they literally got scissors.
Yeah.
They taking scissors in there and splicing. That's the splicing part, the scissors.
So they talk over people's heads as far as you know, like people don't realize it's cloning. It's cloning. People going to the
It
doctors every
is.
week too.
But what they don't tell you about the clones is that them being hybrid, they don't live as long as real people.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
they more prone to defects than real
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
They glitch a lot. They have a much shorter lifespan.
I mean, truth be told, they're soulless. You know, and words like soulless or whatever. When you put that less on it, it just means less. It doesn't mean zero, but you
Hmm.
definitely have less soul if there's any.
Right, right. It's just like GMO foods.
Yeah.
You know, you're eating a grape, it just ain't got no seeds.
Yeah, and I like that. Look at they say how many nations restrict gene editing. You're like, you ain't finna come over here with that. They
Yeah,
knew. You're like, hold on, man. Hitler was doing that, man.
they
Nah,
act like
hell no. You ain't coming over here with that. But 29 nations among 39 nations surveyed, I mean, only 10 agree with the shit. Banned research on human uh germline. Or see, they even want to use the word Germany right there because they put germine or germine gene modification either through legislation or non-binding guidelines. The process involves inserting artificially modified genes into human DNA, which is what people are doing nowadays. And we're not going to even bring up the needle in the process that people are doing. Where policies in 10 other countries are regarded as ambiguous or restrictive. In the United States, the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, closely regulates clinical trials using the technology. Hmm?
yeah, right.
What does the FDA? I could have swore it said, hold on, food and drug. So obviously it's a drug, you know, because they're administrating it. You feel me? So
Yeah.
it's a drug that they're gonna go ahead and, or maybe they're looking at, maybe they're cannibals, maybe they're looking at this
Do you
clone as meat.
do you
You
trust
feel me?
the FDA any more than you trust the CIA?
Nah, because the FDA allows a certain amount of rat hairs and peanut butter and feces and stuff like in food,
Yes,
like
embryos, aborted feces, aborted embryos, urine,
oh
urine from a
germline.
horse.
Research on human embryos. Okay. Policies for germline gene modification or reproduction by country. Non-colored countries were not surveyed. So they did not survey Africa and Greenland and other little small parts. Uh, and the
Right.
yellow places are ambiguous,
Hmm.
and the greener, greener blue is restrictive. Like, nah, man, go on. Give Ryan, man. You know, it's restricted. Not to say that they don't do it, and it's restricted in certain areas.
Hmm.
More to where is blue. They're
Yeah.
probably really towards where it's green. So that means towards over here in California, where Biden was voted for, and all that Kamala places and all that. They are they're more ambiguous towards it, and just like light blue or like the color of the ocean. I guess I mean well, I don't really see nobody with that color.
Well,
They're
ambiguous
banned
just
by
means
guidelines.
that
Red is banned by legislation. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like,
Yeah, they can ban it all they want. You know, these doctors and these scientists are going to be funded by the Gates Foundation or Fauci for the Clinton Foundation undercover, and they're still going to get it out because the thing is, somebody's playing God. How you gonna say, "Oh, don't be God no more"? No, what you're gonna say is, "Let me in on that." They're not gonna say, "Stop playing God, stop doing all of this." No, in real life, they're gonna be like, "Hey, just between me and you."
Is that a needle? Oh yeah, he in the embryo. Look, he finna inject the embryo. You don't see it
Yes,
down there? He got the
yeah,
embryo
the
down here.
long
He
ass
finna,
needle.
yeah,
Look
he
how
finna
long
heat
that
it up.
needle is.
Yep.
Look
Yeah, he
how
finna
long
go
that
through the other side.
syringe is.
Goddamn. Yeah.
Yep, targeting
And
that
he got it
egg.
all the way yoked. He's like, I'm gonna what?
Yep.
What?
hmm
Yeah, it is what it
Biohacking.
is. It's ugly.
Biohacking
Dang.
is a good name. That's a good
So
name
they
for a
got
biohacker.
so they turned Dolly into an art exhibit, huh?
Yeah, she was the first clone sheep that we know of. Look at all
Yeah,
them
yeah. The
sleeves.
first one they yeah, first one they made public.
Right.
Yeah. Which obviously means they had at least been doing it for 30 years. But we know uh that the US was doing it in the 40s,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so and that's only because they don't release files like that until like 40 years later.
Yeah, and so the girl behind the mic got it. Hit the nail again on the head. She said they ain't trying to gene edit black folks. They're seeking their master race.
That's real.
Right. And if it's gonna be a master race, guess whose parts you're gonna be using to build it? You're not finna use no recessive traits. Aren't you gonna want dominant traits if you're gonna build a master race?
I mean, but to be able to clone that might not be possible. That's what I'm saying.
It's not.
It's gonna be lacking.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
lacking in the melanin.
Right. Right. And that's why they're gonna have all those glitches and malfunctions and disease and short lifespans. Because you're not going to be able to get the real deal with your synthetic ass crap. Go to the real source. Go to the God particle and extract some of that and build you a master race.
I mean, don't even give them any ideas, because that's because if anything, we're gonna do it the
They've
old.
already been doing it.
I mean, we're gonna do it the
But
all natural
they're
way.
putting their foot. They're putting their foot on your neck, on your back,
We
on your hip. They
we gonna do it the all natural way though. We gonna stick to mothers and fathers instead of doctors and mothers. You know what I mean? The doctors and the mothers. That's all that's gonna be going on. The
okay.
doctor and the man, the doctor and the woman. Like he gonna be the referee in between us. We never gonna touch.
Right,
It's sad.
right, bro. Right.
Yeah. So, hey, the RA-EL-iens is really to me just basically speaking on what the RA-EL-iens are really
Mm-hmm.
all about. You know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They just
Definitely
bold
more.
enough to speak on it. It's like Trump. That guy was bold and proud enough to say whatever the hell he had up under his sleeve. And people should
hmm
respect that,
That's
because
because before he ran for president, he was a conspiracy theorist like us.
yeah. See,
He
I
said
always
he said
compared
he said the Earth was flat.
exactly. That's why
Trump said the Earth was flat.
I thought there was no way he was really going to run for it. So I remember joking. I'm like, man, if Trump actually got there and make it, I'd vote for him. I just said that because I'm like, there's no way a guy who said the earth is flat and such is gonna be the president. He
Right.
said, he said if he the president, we gonna storm Area 51, all this kind of shit. I'm like, what in the hell?
Right.
This guy is crazy. I say,
Yeah,
I want to see
because
this.
he's a conspiracy theorist,
I
big
say, I
time.
want to see this. He didn't do the stuff he was talking, but he sure did talk a lot of stuff. You
Yeah,
know,
he said as much as he fly, There's no way the Earth is round.
Exactly.
He said, I've seen the whole entire Earth as much as I travel and fly around. He said, there's no way we're on the globe. He said that.
Yeah, see what I was saying
Right
about
before his grab him by the speech.
well, they brought up an old speech, and used that to knock him down, but that wasn't nothing he recently said.
But he really said that though.
Yeah, but back way before
he
he ran for
admitted
president.
he admitted that he said that.
Yeah, way before he ran for president.
Right. No, while he ran, he admitted that he did say that.
See, what I'm saying is, he's the kind of guy, back in the days when we were in school, like somebody will punch their hand and they'll be like, hey, you and me, like, hey, or they'll put their fist to their jaw, they'll be like, psh, 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 like, hey, me and you gonna fight, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that means at the end of the day, when you get out of school, boy, you gotta fight on your hands, But guess what? You gotta respect.
You're not even old enough to remember that kind of
stuff. I remember that day. I remember all that. What I'm saying is, see, Biden ain't like that. Biden is the type to act like he your friend, like come to your lunch table or something. Be like, what's up, boy? You try to shake his hand, he gonna swing on you. You feel me?
Yes.
Hey, we got the God Anio Saru in the building.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all definitely go subscribe to that brother. Like this the only more, melanated man really dropping that gematria and nothing but a cult sign. This brother won't stop being a cult for 1 minute. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? So y'all definitely go and subscribe. Me and his brother Anio Saru got a banger coming. He already did the Mauritanian runes. So it interested me to want to do these Enochian runes with him.
Okay,
so
I'm definitely going
to really finna get into that magic. We finna get into that magic.
All right.
Yes,
sir. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
So it's definitely a late show. And I appreciate y'all rocking with me. And I'm sure the sister Yahsinni definitely appreciate all y'all.
I do.
And y'all definitely go subscribe to her new channel. Because even if you were subscribed in the past, YouTube took her channel. So I'd appreciate if y'all resubscribe. Because this sister had way more, followers than me. So I would appreciate if she can get back where she was. Yahsinni in the house. Even if you go on my page, you'll see her feature.
I'm in Deep Calico's house tonight. And I love it. And thanks for welcoming me to the hostess with the mostest. And I don't just like or want you to subscribe to me. I actually love you all. Everybody in the chat on every show that we do, Trios Dios, the Taz Show, Calico, Yahsinni in the house. I'll tell you, I do. I love you. I do.
Yeah, we love you. That's for real.
Yes, sir.
And there's a point of emphasis that me and the brother PNF and Root Words was speaking on last night, and that's just the way it's gonna be. We can't be, we more, so we got to be the word more. It means a more. A more means love. We have to be that love. We can't spread hate. We gotta let people hate on us, and we keep pushing love, and everybody know who the real. Everybody know who the real is. On that note, you got any final words for the people?
Peace and love. For real. It's kind of late. Thanks for staying up with us. And anytime you see the Calico and Yahsinni show, we come in deep. And so our plan tonight was to bust out these RA-EL-iens and let it be known that they're cloning. The leader of the RA-EL-iens owns Clonaid. Look it up. CLONAID. And prepare to be shocked because they're doing it. Final message. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Yeah.
Y'all already know. I hope y'all enjoyed this also. hidden from history. You ain't know the color of misery's brown skin. You ain't gotta listen me tell you how I win. We been through more troubles than others, times 10. Ain't got it